I've tried countless times to put into words the adventures we go on and the situations we get into, and I just can't seem to do it. So we're going to show you. We're an international auction company specializing in all things vintage power, antique tractors, vintage cars and trucks, motorcycles, signs, and memorabilia. We're not just auctioneers, we're collectors with a passion for every item we sell. But it's not just about the items, it's also about the people. We get to experience, share, and tell the history of our past. Every day is different in the auction industry. You just never know what's coming next.
This time, we tour an impressive collection in Iowa, work on a Holt jigsaw puzzle in California, and check out a collection that's been sitting for decades in Illinois. Alex is in Iowa, looking at the Dennis Powers collection. Dennis was a longtime collector who is well known and highly respected in the antique tractor hobby. Dennis passed away in November of 2018. His wife Janice has decided to sell some pieces from his collection. Among them are tractor parts, signs, early engines, and large prairie tractors. Alex is here today to bring back some of the smaller items and to make the hauling arrangements for all of the tractors. Key Groshon gives Alex a tour of the tractors.
This is the F. As far as we know, all these tractors run. They all have run, and some of them recently, some of them been a while, but all of the tractors have run. He got this one run not too long ago. This is the first tractor he ever bought. Boy, he ran it in 02, so it's been a while, obviously. This Pioneer, this is their extensions for it. This came out of Calgary. I think it came originally out of Reynolds Museum, but Ron Carey owned that in Calgary. That's where Dennis got that one. It's a pretty nice one. He had another Pioneer, but it wasn't near as nice as this one. There's another gas engine here. This will go, of course. The water tank over there, that's the Reeves water tank. This is, of course, the Big Four.
Early one.
Yeah, it's a Nelson. He's got two Nelsons. I believe there's two of these. These are Iowa engines, sort of.
I was gonna say these are pretty hard to find.
Yeah,
I think there's only. Are there a dozen of these?
I don't know. I think there's two of them here. And he had another one, but he sold that before he died. This is a 1225 portable, and there's not very many of these.
No.
This is a nice original piece. Well, this is another 3060.
Oh, this is the one everybody.
Everybody wrote their number on it. You see.
Yeah.
So it's got and then it's got the dates it ran when he ran it.
That's pretty neat.
It came originally from Harold. Dennis got it from Harold Ottaway, who got it from Danny Rowan up in Comstock, Minnesota. That's where this one came from. This is a little case he bought at the Ertl sale.
Oh, is that Ertl? Okay.
Yeah, this came from Ertl's sale. It didn't have the brake on it. This was missing.
Oh, so
he had a guy fabricate a brake, but all the parts should be here to put the brake on it. This piece came from Madison, South Dakota, just north of Madison, South Dakota. It was at that Prairie Village show for years.
Oh.
The guy that started that, Joe Hayberger, owned this one. And the thing about it is all original. And it's got the chain hanging off the back. If you look back in here, all the stuff hanging in here.
Well, still got the original windows too.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Well, and the decals on the back.
Wow.
There's a picture. There was a fellow that wrote a book about steam shows back in the 60s. And it's a paperback about this big. And it's got a beautiful painting on it, like a prairie painting scene. I've got a copy of it, but there's a shot of this tractor, probably at that show, and the guy's standing out, and it's shot from like here, and you can see all this stuff hanging. Just exactly like it was in that picture.
Wow.
Little cleat track, and this is a hard par, 3060 hard par. This one has been converted. It's not hit and miss anymore. I think it's throttle governed, but it's, again, it's run recently. But there's the Pioneer extension. This is a little cleat track. We've had that one a long time. Now this one, I haven't heard it run, so I don't know about it. But
Okay.
I don't think it's stuck. This is a 3060 case.
Right.
This comes from Kerry too. Ron Carey's up there. He bought it up there.
This one will be pretty exciting.
Well, it should be. There's only 5 of them.
Right.
Now, and the extension rims are with them. I would say sell that with the extensions because, you know, there's only 5 of them. I doubt there's going to be a side market for them. Right. This is a gas pull. This one, of course, you want to sell the extensions on it too, I think. These just don't look right without extension. This is the last one of this bunch that ran. He had this up at Albert City, Iowa to show up there, and I always ran it. And in 18, the year he passed away, we brought it back down here from Albert City, and I drove it in here and drained the water. So I'm fairly certain this one runs. There are 2 Altmans, this one and that one. This one has extensions on it. The other set of extensions are up there. He had 3 at one time. One of them came out of Ohio. I thought he got one of these from Eichelman's too. I believe he did. This is his 4065 Twin City. He always thought he really liked this one. He followed this one for years till he got it bought. He always thought this was probably one of the best one of these there was.
It's an impressive tractor. I mean, they're built heavy.
This came from Al Feldman's sale in Oslo, Minnesota in the 70s, late 70s. And we went and looked at it then, and he decided he didn't want to buy it at that time. He didn't want to spend the money. So a guy up in northwest Iowa bought it, Kurt Stein, and brought it down here, and it was at Albert City for years then. And Dennis watched it for years. A veterinarian out in Pennsylvania bought it from Kurt in the 80s, and then he kept it for years, and then Dennis finally bought it. Got a chance to buy it and bought it.
Dennis spent decades putting together this unique collection of antique tractors. In just a few short months, new owners will add these pieces to their collections. For more information about the Dennis Powers collection, visit AumannVintagePower.com. The team is in Ripon, California, working on the Baker collection. Irv Baker focused on collecting items built by the Holt Manufacturing Company, which later became the Caterpillar Company. There are Holt parts spread out all over the property, and it's the team's job to find and sort them for the auction.
And so here's the flywheel, so that the stuff here in the front, you kind of start packing things. So all that stuff came from the college back there. There's the jugs, and here's the flywheel, and so mostly here, so we would keep all this. Well, you got to start here with that tractor for sure, I would say, because that's where it came from. Yeah. And then there's a brand new set of 75 pads underneath the back of that tractor back there. 45 parts over along the wall. Holt 60 jugs. International, but then there's Holt 45 kind of right in here. There's no 75 stuff in here. There's a lot of 75 steering wheel, 75 right here. There's a Stockton 75 seat. It's just endless. I feel for you. What? I thought you were staying out. You act like you're leaving. I've been asked that before. Where you going?
Go deflate tires out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
That way nobody can leave. Once you get here, you're here.
Hotel California.
Yeah.
The amount of Holt parts here is staggering, and the largest collection to ever sell at auction. But in order to sell them, they need to be organized and sorted by model.
We're just going through and marking what we know and can identify so we can start completing some of the projects that we've got out. We've got actually 4 different chassis that we've got to bring all the parts and bring them together so we can make kits. That way we can kind of make them where we can sell them as kits, and the next owner can put them together and start building their own 75. It's kind of like a kid's puzzle for grown-ups.
Sorting and identifying the parts is an important step for the seller, and make sure that items will bring top dollar. The Aumann team uses not just their knowledge, but their close network of collectors who specialize in items like these. There are two main models here, the Holt 75 and the Holt 45. The Holt 75 was the company's second largest production tractor, behind the short-lived Holt 120, of which few remain. The Bakers do have a few parts for a Holt 120. This frame, radiator, and serial number tag sold for $34,650 US. Aumann Vintage Power sold a Holt 75 earlier this year on their pre-30 auction. It's drizzling rain, and a Holt 75 has just arrived from the West Coast. They can't start the tractor on the trailer, so they'll need to pull it off.
Yeah, you better just stand on it. They're not tight on
Big crawler tractors like this can be difficult to move with another tractor. Most times it's easier to start them up and drive them into place. But this tractor has sat for several years and probably needs some work.
We'll just start it here. Oh, you'll start?
Yeah, we'll just start it here and
Go ahead and unhook it.
yeah, go ahead. Exciting stuff.
I know. It's like unwrapping a Christmas gift.
The engine still needs to be tuned up a bit, but they want to get it out of the drizzling rain and into the dry of the shed before continuing. The pre-30 open house is tomorrow, and they'd like to have the tractor tuned and running so the bidders can inspect it. Even if they don't get the engine running, it allows them to inspect the engine and tell potential buyers what condition it's in before they bid. The Aumann team works hard to make sure they are as transparent as possible, so buyers know exactly what they're bidding on. But it's still up to the buyer to inspect before they bid. Items are sold as is, where is, and all sales are final. Back in California, the team has spent the last few days moving and sorting all of the Holt parts. They ended up with several Holt 75 and Holt 45 project piles, plus a large selection of Holt parts. They've also found a large selection of Harris engine parts, some of which are new old stock.
And see, these are 45s, so we got
Harris?
We got a few 45s.
Harris or Holt?
No, that's Harris. See the water outlet on the top of the head?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And their M numbers. So I would say we can pull the pistons or rods out of that box.
Okay.
Let's do heads, pistons, rods, barrels, and manifold and call it an engine kit.
I've got two different sizes of heads.
Okay, so you got 45s, yeah. So this is a 45. So these are 25s. So what we should do is let's get barrels and pistons. That one's got a piston in it, so leave that one. Grab those two. We'll have 4 matching barrels. Oh, pistons. We should get 4 pistons. Can you carry?
Yep.
I'll grab 4 rods. We'll go here. These are 25s. Put that right on that engine. Engine kit.
These Harris engines are a 4-cylinder vertical gasoline engine. The engines powered combine harvesters built by the Harris Manufacturing Company of Stockton, California. The harvesters were made of wood and sat on a steel frame with large rear steel wheels and a front single wheel. The first harvesters were horse-drawn and required a team of up to 18 horses. These harvesters were mainly used to combine wheat, and with a team of 18 horses, you could cover 30 to 50 acres per day. There's still more sorting to do and plenty of other items to move. They'll need to keep their pace so they can finish before they leave in 2 days. Roger and his team are in Clinton, Illinois, meeting with Kevin McMath. Kevin's selling his father's collection on an upcoming online-only auction. Roger is taking a quick look around before they get to work.
Okay, how about these? Are we selling these?
No, that one he said you can sell.
Okay.
There's all them engines under that.
The engines over there will sell, so we need to unveil those and get them out and photo those. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all going in there.
That was these good ones.
All right. This was his daily user, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
The rest of them, I doubt
These
it.
are all, these two are runnable.
Yeah.
The rest of them are just basically parts tractors or restoration projects.
Yeah. There
Okay.
you go.
And mostly cases.
Yeah, an F20, F12. I think most of these were drove in here, but you ain't driving them out.
They've been sitting a while now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want all these out
It'd
today?
be the best. I mean,
So-
you had a photo of them, that'd probably be the best. And just go ahead and line them up because we're going to have to get them out of here anyway. So,
So we're
tractor chain bucket, yep, we can start moving them out, lining them up. If you guys want to start working on getting these out.
I got a crew here, they can do that.
Okay. Get them up, just line them up out there, put the two best ones first, and work on the projects and restoration tractors.
Go around.
Yep. So anything in here you want to sell, just drag it out there, and if you need, I've got Mike and myself, and
give us enough space to take pictures. So
Yeah,
we need
in
to walk
between.
around. Yeah.
yep, good idea,
5,
Shannon.
10 foot between them.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll get them lined out here and we'll go get stuff down. Or
Yep, that'd be a perfect plan. And if you could have that done by noon, Kevin, that'd work.
You better call some help then. Help!
You have to get a new crew, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to unveil this,
Okay.
all these engines on here too, and see what, I mean, I've looked at them, but it's been a while. I haven't looked at anything since I've been here. Just kidding.
The trailer goes too.
Okay, the trailer.
I assume you're gonna sell it all separate.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
But we'll just leave these in here for now.
Yeah, and I do think once we get ready to photo, no, I mean, we could probably photo them on here, but it,
Or we could leave them in that
yeah,
shit.
that'd probably be the best, you know, where we get better photos outside the photo.
Okay.
Now, were these the ones he paraded most of the time? Some of these?
I think so, yeah. He had them all bolted down and took them to the shows.
Yeah. Okay. How many total do you remember he had? So we got.
No clue.
Hey, where you at?
If you know how many, you don't have enough.
When we come back, Roger's team gets to work. Back in Illinois, Kevin and his team are hard at work. Their first job is to get all of these tractors out of the shed that have been sitting for decades. Everything moves smoothly until the door won't open. The door has been closed for so long that it's come off its tracks. They need to reattach it before they can get it open.
That's what I was probably.
It's open.
Now, when were these tractors parked in here?
About 96 to 98.
Okay. And you said that most of them were drove in there?
Yeah, probably. They all ran at one time. But long time ago.
Yeah. With the door open, the guys make quick progress, and it's not long before everything is out of the shed. Next time, we dig out some dusty tractors in Illinois, head back to Iowa, and take a ride in a brass-era truck.